Oh, Shem, hey, to be a black person, that is a real thing. To be a black person. You know, sometimes I just sit on it and I'm like, damn, like, we are just so beautiful. Like, we are magical. Not in a extraterrestrial kind of way that we can be, you know, because I feel like the term magical as well can be sort of misused. But no, there's just, it's empowering, and I feel like I'm stepping more into the power of being black and realizing how powerful it is because of how things are moving in the world. Shoots like this help, you know, the 11-year-old me step into her blackness.
It's reminding me of home, even like the actual backdrop as well. It's like, wow, this really hit the feels.
It's art. I feel like being black is an art of its own. It's just like, and just being able to express that and just be who we are and give credit to those that came before us. It's like, it just means so much.
I think what I really loved about this shoot, because of it was very collaborative and very participatory from everyone. So from the photographer, the stylist, the makeup artist, to the models themselves, everyone really had an opportunity to buy into what we were creating.
I'm living, this is my condition, and until we get good, I can't help someone else. You can't help someone until you're good, so I'm gonna fight for my people first before I fight for other people. I'm still an equalist.
I just want the word to be out there that there are great things happening, because there are great things happening amongst the black people in Sydney. It's just that not all of us know about it. And it's important because we all have different experiences. So everyone needs to come into the pot, hey? Add more flavor.
The sisterhood for black women, that was the main thing that actually connected everyone together. And the family aspect as well, I reckon that's very strong regardless of where you actually come from.
Do you know what? Over the years, because I've been in Australia 17 years now, and in that time I can definitely see there's been a movement towards having more people of color in the media. Like, it's not where it needs to be, especially like in 2018. Like, really, we could be further ahead, but the fact that there's definitely strides and we can see that, and people we know are in the media and things like that, it's really exciting to see. And honestly, I'd hope for more. And like with the shoots that we do and all the work that we do, I have this philosophy where I'm like, if you don't have something, go out and create it yourself.
But in some instances, like when it comes to modeling, when it comes to like athletics, we are progressing in some ways, but when it comes to crime and stuff, they still have negative stigma towards us. So it's a miss and hit. It depends on what like particular situation is. But I like how we're all also like this black excellence happening. There's a lot of us that are graduating and stuff. So I see that we're progressing in that sense. But still, when it comes to employment, it's still hard to find employment.
I think we can progress further if we come together as a community and help each other's projects, you know, and just build our own community before we venture out to the wider Australia. I think if we create our solid community first as us, then, you know, we always have a place to go.
This is why I really hate colonization, because like the way that they obliterated our like history, it's just horrific.
I don't care what the mainstream is doing. I care what we're doing. And I think by being ourselves, then eventually you get too hot for anyone else to ignore you, and then they buy you in. But by that point, you've already created your own complete narrative and no one has any opportunity to change it. So I feel like it's the best way to do it anyway.
The fact that it's just a form of expression as well, you know? It's just like, again, open canvas, the way I choose to express myself in the way I dress, the way I speak and everything. Just, I feel like my culture, my blackness just gives me an open vibe to do that.
I like the fact that it's we're trying to recreate, like, and go back to our roots and try to capture the culture that we are also well rooted in, because it's an all black shoot.
Initially, of course, like growing up in a society that's like white dominated, and like I was very conscious of my skin color, but over time, literally with, I suppose, consciousness, as much as you don't like to hear the word woke, it really did help, because it was like one of those things where I'm like, I couldn't trade my skin for anything else.
I think for me, being able to like collaborate with like a group of especially African women and bring together like a community, bring together like amazing creativity, do shoots that for myself like haven't been done before.
What do I love about my blackness? Oh, it's just there's no other option. Like, it's just the most glorious aspect of my identity. Like, it is something that I will eternally celebrate unapologetically. For me, I feel like it's all about agency. We are not waiting for opportunities. We are not waiting for invitations. We are just creating what we are not seeing around us. So we are being the changes that we want to see. So, like, honestly, I don't even care what the people at the top are doing or not doing.
I feel we are always looking on the outside. We see the Americans, we see those in the UK, France, and those on the continent creating magic. And we sometimes forget that we also possess such voices. Sunday Best is in a way our opportunity, I feel, to spark the conversation and also to pay our respects. I truly hope that is the beginning of more to come.